We're here with Linda Cliatt-Wayman, the principal of Strawberry Mansion High School in Philadelphia, an amazing person who actually, Linda, you were in the school system as a teacher and then administrator, and you felt in your heart that you wanted to do something more directly with children who had some special needs, maybe from troubled backgrounds or just academic challenges, and you gave up the easier, I would say, role in the administration to go hands-on and be a principal of one of the toughest schools in the city, and you have turned that around. Just tell me about how you decided to make that choice to upend a life that was perfectly lovely.
I actually did enjoy my job. I was assistant superintendent for high schools, for all 52 high schools in Philadelphia. And actually 3 of those high schools that were about to merge were my high schools. Fitzsimons High School, Rhodes High School, and Strawberry Mansion. I was actually the principal of all 3. Okay. And so when the merger happened, and I always spoke to my principals about leadership, and I always told them that when difficult challenges come, sometimes when you're the leader, you have to make the most difficult choice. And so because I could not find a principal for this school throughout the merger, I just told them that because I'm the leader, and those are my children, and those are my schools, I would just have to take the school. So that's how I came to the decision, and plus, God directed me that way. Absolutely.
So for folks who might not know sort of the parameters of what our children are dealing with in some of the inner city schools, tell us some of the actual daily struggles that you faced and why you couldn't get a principal to go be the leader of that school.
Well, it was on a persistently dangerous list for 6 years. It is in the 22nd Police District, which is the most violent neighborhood in Philadelphia. The principal turned over 4 principals in 4 years. The students were very violent. A lot of them have been released from prison. A lot of them have come from a lot of troubled backgrounds. And so there were not many people jumping to take the school. We did interview. There were some possible candidates. Because of the merger, we knew we were concerned about the level of violence. We were trying to be very concerned about who we would put there.
Because there could be gangs from different schools, there could be drug...
different schools. We thought about gangs that we we knew about and some we did not know about.
Right.
We thought about drug territories.
Rivalries in the neighborhood, right? Now have to be in the same school together, sure.
We thought of all of that.
Ooh.
And so a lot of principals were not ready to take on that challenge. And a special person with special abilities had to do that. And we really didn't know who that would be. And so after searching for a while, a long time, like a year, trying to figure out who we would put there, again, there was no one that I thought that could handle that community, handle those students. And it was a community I loved. I grew up there. I grew up in the area. And so I just said to myself, I'll try it myself. Now, did I think that I was going to be successful at it? I think I did, because I don't go into anything that I think I'm going to fail, where I'm going to fail. But it was more than I bargained for, though. I know I've succeeded, first of all, when they get there every day. If they come every day, I've succeeded. I also only talk about positive things to them. And once they say to me, well, Ms. Wayman, you know what? I think I'm going to go to college. Or I think I am just going to go and try to get that job. Or I'm going to go take the SATs. And they talk positive about themselves, then I know I've succeeded. I try not to focus on their challenges in their community. I try not to focus on the community's challenges in their home. I only try to focus on the child that comes to me every day, that I am there just to make sure that they succeed the best way that I can.
And in fact, I've heard you say before something so touching, 2 things, that sometimes they'll come to you and say, but my fill in the blank, mother, grandmother, father, whoever is the role model that might not be the best one, told me I'm not good, or I'm so this, or I'm so that, and you have something so nice that you say in response. Oh, yeah. And what do you say to somebody who they're hearing negativity all around them, including at home a lot?
Right, and see, what I do every day is I try to, counteract what the negative messages that they get every day. And so every day I do speak to them via the PA system to let them know, listen, there are things out there that's going to challenge you. There are challenging things in your life. But I want you to know, no matter what happens, 2 things. Education is the only way. And remember, if nobody told you they loved you today, you remember I do. And I say that every day because if a child knows that they're loved, they will push past some of the negative things that they hear, and they will try to do things, if not for themselves, for you. So I try to make sure if nobody tells them that I tell them I love. And they are sometimes surprised by that. Because believe it or not, they like hearing it. Even though they're high school students, they enjoy hearing it. And at graduation, I always say at graduation. So before I could get it out of my mouth, I'll go, and remember. And then they just scream, you know. So they always say that back to me at graduation.
Do they say
absolutely? They finish it for me. All I have to say is, and remember, and they'll finish the rest.
Oh my, see, there's the success, goodness. So when you've accomplished something that extraordinary, your teachers must be so emboldened by that. You know, that must feel good to them to hear. Miss Wayman loves me too. Look, I'm having a whole hard time in my life or my work or my whatever situation. So that's nice for any human being to hear. Are you able now to keep some strong staff and to make a little headway?
If you come in September, I need you to last to June. I can't ask you to come back another year because it may be too much for you. But I need you made a commitment for a year, stay for a year, do the best that you can. And at the end of the year, if you think this is not for you, then I really want you to go somewhere else. Because at Strawberry Mansion, you need teachers that are overly committed, or you just can't do the work. It's just too difficult.
Right. But you've had tremendous success, and I want you to outline some of the bragging points, I call them, of the amazing things you have done that got you featured on World News Tonight with Diane Sawyer and other national outlets, and you deserved it, Linda. Let's just hear what you did at that school.
Test scores did improve, not by leaps and bounds, but I always tell my teachers, as long as they're going up, we're going in the right direction. Also, we've been off the persistently dangerous list since I joined the staff at Strawberry Mansion. We have never been on the persistently dangerous list again. The students are more involved in their educational process, more students taking the SATs, more students going off to college. So we are proud of what we have done in the past 2 years. It's only been 2 years. It seems longer, but it's only been 2 years. And so we look forward to other more successful stories in the future.
So how do you renew yourself with all of that heavy work and challenge? Because even missionaries or folks running nonprofits out there who do what I consider the work of God and the angels, truly they get tired and they get discouraged because it is here on earth. We're not in heaven. Right. So how do you renew, Linda, and get everybody coming up again?
That's a good question. Do I ever get discouraged? I don't think I get discouraged. I think, do I get tired? I get tired.
And you tell sometimes the kids, what do you tell them?
And I tell them I'm tired, and I tell them they win. Some days when I'm very, very tired, and it's been a very challenging day, I will tell the students on the PA system again, okay, you won today, okay? But tomorrow I'm coming back, and I'm gonna be stronger tomorrow, but right now I'm tired, and I will tell them that. And so I will go and sit with my inner circle, because everybody has an inner circle of like 5 or 6 of my staff members, and I'll express to them, I'm tired. And here's why I'm tired. But then I'll come back the next day. I'm always gonna come back the next day. And I'm gonna be more positive the next day, and I'm gonna put something in place so that that little doubt does not enter my mind. I speak to my family, I talk to my friends, but they will all tell you most of my life is surrounded about what I'm thinking about Strawberry Mansion and the students at Strawberry Mansion.
Oh, and you tell your kids, you might have won today, but I'm gonna win long term.
I'm always gonna win long term.
How do you know? How do you know you will?
I'm determined to win. And one thing about, I'm gonna go back to the whole concept of leadership again, because I'm the leader of Strawberry Mansion. So if I have any doubt that the school is not going to excel and the school is not going to do very well, then no one will believe it. So every day I tell them there's no way I'm going to fail because I can't fail. Because if I fail, I am letting 500 children down and that are already challenged by life itself. So I can't fail. I refuse to fail. And I tell my staff and I tell my students, we all are not here by chance at this time of our lives. We are here for a particular reason. And so whatever that may be, I know it's for a positive reason. So we're going to work hard. We're going to do the very best that we can. And then when we graduate these students at the end of the year, we're going to know within ourselves that we have done the very best that we could with the time that we've had them.
Amazing. God bless you. What are you going to be speaking on at the conference, the Pennsylvania Conference for Women coming up? Oh. They were in tears when you were the keynote speaker. I can just tell everybody that. And that was last year or the year before. I can't remember. But Linda brings down the house even before the main speaker. So whoever speaks after you, I feel very sorry for them, Linda.
You know, it's funny. That was the first time that I've ever done anything like that. And to speak in front of 7,000 women, it was incredible. For one reason, that the women were just wonderful people. And they received me in such a wonderful way. So that sort of relaxed me right away. So this year I'm going to go back. I offered a charge last year. I told them that because you exist in the world, anything is possible for a child. And a lot of them have stepped up to the plate and they have done marvelous things for my students and I'm sure for other students in their communities. So now I'm gonna go back this year and I'm going to offer them one more charge. And this time I'm gonna talk about the power of us. Before it was just about you individually. This year I think I'm going to talk about the power of us, which is the theme's conference, the power of us. So what we can do collectively as an energized, creative, smart, intelligent group of women, what we can do for this world if we all just work together.
Wow, that's nice. So one final question. Do you think that great leaders, you have to consider you a great leader, are born or are they created? Wow. Did something come to you in your life that made you into this beautiful diamond that you've got all these different variations and prisms, or were you just born this way, determined?
I think I was born a leader, but can leaders be made? I also believe that also. Of course they can. But for me, again, I think I was born a leader.
Well, you are doing an amazing job. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you, Monica.
And looking forward to the Pennsylvania Conference for Women. So we are encouraging everyone to go in here.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much.